Hey guys, today I wanted to make a quick video about some free tools that, in my opinion, everyone should be using because they give you tons of quota for free. So a lot of these tools people are generally familiar with, things like Cursor, Windsurf, GitHub Copilot, and also Google Anti-Gravity. But the way that people use them may not be maximizing on their effectiveness entirely. So as you can see here, I have a few different tools pulled up. I have my usage in Windsurf, also in Cursor, and Google Anti-Gravity is actually running at the moment to try to fix something that is broken in my home lab. But the point that I'm trying to make here is if you sign up for accounts for all of these tools, you download all of them, you have various integrated AI agents within these IDEs just out of the box, super easy to use. Of course, things like GitHub Copilot, it only gives you on the free version some weaker models like Claude Haiku and some lower level ChatGPT models. However, when you use all of them in tandem, you can actually get a lot of things done, even with these lower level quotas. So for example, I do have the pro version of the Google AI suite, so I do get a little bit more quota here, and I'm using Gemini 3.1 Pro. However, they do have some free opportunity here with Google Anti-Gravity. So a couple of use cases that I use some of these weaker models for is if I have a new code base or I'm trying to debug something and I need to just gather data about what is actually in the code, I'll use one of these weaker ones like GitHub Copilot. Sometimes in Windsurf or Cursor, you could also use that as well. And then from there, you can continue to develop your actual plan to fix your bugs or build in new features. And then you can move that over, that plan, into a stronger model and continue building from there. So with all of this in mind, you can actually use other tools as well, like Jules, where behind the scenes in the background, it'll do some coding tasks. I'll link my other video that talks about using N8N as a way to orchestrate these different coding tasks where all you have to do is just input your prompts and it runs through everything and builds it for you, which is actually what's happening here. I should also mention that it is useful to use the free offerings even in the browser to help with some of your planning, like I've done here with Claude. Also, Perplexity is a great one, as well as Manus. You can go in here, kind of scaffold out your ideas, take it from there, and then continue building within your actual IDE. I also wanted to mention CodeX. As of recording, they do have an offering for even the ChatGPT free version so that you can try it out. But I do have a pro license, which you can see I'm using a good bit of. It does give you quite a bit of quota, which is nice, where you can really build a lot with CodeX before it actually cuts you off. And this is a fairly powerful model, especially if you use the higher or extra high thinking right now. So I just wanted to bring up these ideas so that you guys could maximize on the free offerings, so that hopefully it helps you to start experimenting with these tools, start understanding a little bit more about how they work, some of their strengths and weaknesses, differences between Composer and Cursor, for example, and then also in Windsurf where you have Kimi K2, 2.5, and then a couple other models as well that you can experiment with. So I hope everyone can maximize on these offerings, and then depending on which one suits you best, obviously if you pay, you're going to get more bang for your buck out of it, but at least you can start to experiment and start to take advantage of these free offerings provided by these companies.